Queen City News is your local election headquarters. The polls are now open across Charlotte for this year's municipal primaries.
Only a few Mecklenburg County voters took advantage of their early voting opportunity.
Queen City News reporter Savannah Rudisell's live in South Park with the latest turnout data. Numbers were quite low this year, Savannah.
Yeah, Jason and Wyatt, that's right. We have seen just a few people who wanted to take advantage of those couple of days that you would get before you would want to show up to the polls today to cast that ballot. Now, we haven't seen just yet the absentee or the mail-in ballots come in yet. We won't get those numbers at least for the next couple of days as far as the total. However, we are seeing that Charlotte is, of course, one of a few hundred different municipalities that have these elections and these primaries happening today. And as far as Mecklenburg County goes, relatively speaking, we had a higher than normal early voting turnout. We had fewer than 10% of all registered voters go ahead and cast a ballot ahead of Election Day. It was fewer than about 8,500 in total. Now, the early voting period that ended last Saturday. And for those who did come out to vote, they say they feel like the primaries are some of the most important selections they can make.
Because you have to make sure locally that you get the very best people. Everyone wants to come out for the national elections, but what they don't realize is that it all starts at the local and state level.
In the bigger world, if we don't know how to vote, then who's going to make a change?
If any of today's races go into a runoff, that'll happen on October 10th. Then the general election is November 7th. Now, on the ballot today are a couple of city council seats as well as the mayor's office. So we expect that this election could yield some pretty interesting results. We're going to break down some of the races that we're watching closely coming up in our next half hour.